All right, part 20. We're back on the route again. We're checking we've missed anyone, which I'm sure we haven't. Well, dodging guys too, so maybe I wasn't that keen on doing them all at once. But we can finally catch a new Pokemon on this route, as long as we have Bellsprout with us. And yeah, hit with a stab move, an elemental stab move, so immediately withdraw him. Have Benji finish the job. So I had a COVID test just a couple hours ago. Got a stick shoved up my nose, which was horrible. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but like it feels so unnatural. There's a lot of uncomfortable things in life, but like you know why they're happening. Like, but it's just so invasive. The stuff's not meant to go that far up your nose and down your throat, back down your throat. It's really gnarly. Like, it's not cool at all. But at least I'll know in 24 hours what I've got, or what I've not got at least. So yeah, God knows what this trainer has, but there's an item ball there for that. Hopefully it's the cure for COVID. That'd be neat. They have like pandemic diseases in the Pokemon world. I did see there was like a zombie Pokemon fanfic I saw, but it was like annoying because like Pokemon are pretty super powered, and yet they had like normal zombies eating Pokemon. It's like a normal Pokemon doing tackle can like put a guy in his ass, you know. So I didn't really find it plausible. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I know Magikarp only has Flail or Tackle, which are normal attacks. So I know he can take any Magikarp, even wounded. So it looks like I'm being risky, but I'm not really. He would have to run out of moves entirely and struggle to hurt Casper. And here we go. First new Pokemon in a while. We already have a Pidgey, so he's out. We've already had one, so to speak. Already got a Bellsprout too, that's how we got in here. And here we go, a Venonat. So we can't poison it. Which is weird, because he's like half bug, half, you know, psychic, I thought, but apparently not. Great, ball him up. And we got him. Easy name. Not named after Conjure Points, it's just I always used to call Venonats that. The Nat is too easy. Real Pokemon back out front. So then, yeah, that was route like 21 or something, but it becomes another route here. We crossed a border. I think we've either already crossed it or we're about to. So there's a potential for another Pokemon like back to back. Good old fixed damage Dragon Rage, can't go wrong this stage in the game. Everyone's a bit wounded. Probably put the Bellsprout away now. There's one area, but we can either fish or get a patch of grass. But yeah, I believe I've come here for Dream Eater. But I'm starting to wonder if he learns Dream Eater himself, you know, because that'd be a waste. So, much indecision. Very non-committal. Wow. And yeah, so we decided to let him learn it naturally. It's just stupid because it'd be useful to learn it now because he would be more powerful and more useful. But, you know, if he dies or something, that'd be a bummer. We could still learn Dream Eater some other way. Bicycle for speed. And yeah, another fisherman. So he's got a shiny, that's pretty dope. I always wondered if they could like appear on things. He looks quite cool with the orange, you know, rather than the red. So I guess the Sea King's like half orange, right? So it's kind of like it's in its genetic capabilities. But yeah, we're battering it with the Confusion and the Nightshades. Unfortunately, we're confused too. We've got to take the L sometimes. But But we've come out on top. He only had the shiny Goldeen. Shit, I wonder if I use the Versus Seeker, if it'll ever become a shiny Seeking. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll do that just to level up his Seeking, sort of. Yeah, so Route 12, Route 13, you see? That's the difference. So I'm thinking we'll use a Fishing Rod. We haven't got a ton of water Pokemon. And at this point, I just want to get to Fuchsia. We've already got a Venonat here. So he isn't half Psychic. So I was wrong, he must be Bug Poison. So many Poison cross types in the early gens. Easy takedown. Still wondering whether to go in the grass or the water, but because once we put Bellsprout away, we won't have to get back into that grass. Is the other issue. So I'm trying to minimise switching and boxing and PC use, not for any like make the game harder reasons, but just to make it more like watchable. I flee past, so this is another route. This is 13. See, I'm dodging all these guys because I just want to get the ability to fly to Fuchsia. So we get caught out by another trainer on our shortcut. I think this bit's another route too. There's like so many routes back to back here. It's unreal. I can see why some people actually don't go by routes and go by like geography. They would just say this whole path from Fuchsia to Lavender is one place. Depends how hard you want to make the game for myself. If I ever did do another Nuzlocke, I would be stricter on captures, so that our electric puppy gets some play instead of a fire puppy all the time. I always wondered if they're dogs. They're more like foxes, aren't they, the EV line? But yeah, whatever, man, who cares? Some kind of little canid. The extra would be super useful, but we haven't got enough Pokemon yet, which is long. And yeah, Safari Zone. I was at this point in the game, I was considering saying like one for each, because you don't capture everyone, you know. You got quite a low capture rate and they flee and stuff. So yeah, see, Good Rod, and I was expecting to get Super Rod here. It logically would make sense to be that way around, but it isn't. So yeah, that's annoying. But yeah, so I was thinking of doing like one in every area, or just being able to use all 30 balls as long as up to one in each area, but or running out of balls, whichever comes first, was kind of what I decided initially. But you'll see what I do later in terms of sorting the boxes, and you know, I kind of changed my mind on the fly. And you know, I can say I changed my mind and made it stricter on myself, but if I made it stricter on myself because I was doing well, it's sort of like a bit sneaky. I shouldn't get the full credit for that. But yeah, we already got a Doduo north of here, I guess, outside Celadon, so we already had a Spearow, which we traded for Ducks. So I believe the only other viable candidate... Raticate. So he's going to have good bite as well. It's quite a big level difference, so I'm slightly nervous. I assume he'll have bite, I'm not really sure. Trying to put the bastard to sleep, there you go. New Great Balls and Ultra Balls. And we got him. So that's this area caught. But then it feels cheap to use Raticate because it is in the same evolutionary line as the Rattata, but we never did make it. So I'm not sure what the rules on that, but then we could have kept going. But I think the only other one you can get here is Theoro, so that would be weird. See if there's an Oaks Aid. Yeah, one of those like stupid, super edgy ROM hacks I played was like made a joke about the Prof Oaks AIDS. Like, it's like, no, aid, not AIDS. You know, like they get annoyed with people assuming that's a thing. And I always thought that was weird as a kid, but I always just thought I was like dirty-minded and making silly connections to things, you know. But no, it really is bizarre. So again, we definitely already have a Raticate now. It's fresh in our bloody memories. And there we go, new Pokemon. But it's the same situation. Okay, he's asleep, but Peck is flying and he did a lot of damage with that. Although he should survive another regular hit, a critical would kill us. And also sometimes moves seem to have ranges, so it's a bit ambiguous. But yeah, he's asleep and he's in the yellow. He's awake, but he's even more wounded, so Fearow is famously hard to catch, so I went Ultra Ball. In one of the old Pokemon guides, it's like almost a bit of a little meme at this point where they said, why don't you use your Master Ball on something that's hard to catch, like a Fearow or Tentacruel? And it's like, everyone's saying it's like the trolliest game guide, because it's sort of like, it's not like a complete spoilerific guide, it makes sense, but it's annoying if you get to Mewtwo, can't catch him, and like you've used your Master Ball on a Fearow. And it's not like the Fearow is going to help you in that fight, you know. I can see how people would be pissed with that. So yeah, now we know the Super Rod is the one I previously ignored. We could have had it all along. And yeah, we've beat pretty much every trainer. Going to be swapping Bellsprout out soon enough. And yeah, it's just these guys north of where the Snorlax was now, so we might as well finish them off here, is my thinking. Should have poison resistance, and magic should wreck them, so Helping Hand's one of the most useless moves in the game. It's the only time it would be useful is a double battle like this, but we're not going to give them an opportunity to really benefit from it. We're going to just batter them, so power, 2 fixed damage moves, but as long as one of them does over half, you're pretty much set. And yeah, like, that's dumb that she's like, let's get married if you win, and like, why would you put it on a thing like that? Because then it's like, it still kills the mood if you decide to get married anyway, but like, you should have never made it conditional like that in the first place. It's dumb as hell. I don't know what he gives you if you bring him a large Magikarp, that dude. He's like, bring me a large Magikarp, here's a Super Rod, but I also do this on Fire Red, and you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's like the old Yahtzee cross-shore thing or whatever, with the XCOM developers making the XCOM game we wanted and then continuing with the XCOM game we didn't want, and everyone's like, yeah, sure, whatever, bye. Like, you got what you came for and you're no longer interested in the middle. It's kind of like that with the fishing guy. It's like, oh, I also do this. It's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Super don't care. I think I'm maybe trying to see what Pokemon I've got or something. I kind of wanted a Poly, something in the Poliwrath, Poliwag family, but yeah, we'll see. See, I'm paranoid about getting too many Pokemon, so we definitely didn't get anyone from that grassy area. So we definitely can get something from the water. And here we go with that. Nothing. Checking it again. I'm I'm a paranoid parrot. Speaking of parrots, there's a bird keeper who wants to fight us. Fuck him up. Yeah, I'm also just trying to make sure I've got everything done so I can put the Bellsprout away. Ironically, the Bellsprout's just coming out right now. Spooky, yeah, I keep getting these little serendipity moments. Burn the birds. Sparv, get some exp. Nasty hit. Pidgeotto's a tanky, guys. We should know we got one. Okay, come on, Joe, let's go. Some stab and a quick attack finishes him off. Okay. And we already have one of those. That's just crazy. I didn't think they got fished up. Annoying that it's level 19 when you have to be level 20. I never understood that. You think a trained Pokemon would evolve quicker, not slower than a wild one. Perhaps they're under more regular pressure than a tamed one. But still annoying. Come on, find something. We're right on the edge of the docks. We've got the whole sea in front of us. I think we'd get something for our troubles. Another Gyarados. God damn it. Fucking dragonfish. Try a different spot. Here we go. And a Horsey. That's cool. Confuse that little bastard. Leering at me. Don't like the look of that. Put him to sleep. Curse ourselves. It always reminds me of the there's an old like Visism on the early Dragon Ball mangas, where Viz were trying to do a stylistic thing. They were making Piccolo speak in Old English, and he has this one line which I think actually might be accurate, even though he generally speaks weird in the era. But he says, like, if you want to fill your own, get it, BoJack Horseman, by the way, that's his name. I'm quite happy with that reference. That's funny. But yeah, BoJack Seahorseman. There's also an episode with seahorses in that show as well, so like cute little reference. What the fuck was I on about? Oh damn. I was totally making a point. Oh well, who cares? Let's take on the Snorlax. Now again, they're both event Pokemon, but it really is 2 event Pokemon. So there's a point further on in the playthrough where I sort out all my existing Pokemon and decide, you know what, I was allowed to catch these, but I'm not going to use them actually. That's too easy or something, you know. There's like, I kind of nerf my own roster, you know, because I've, you know, you can see now I'm doing all right, you know. I mean, I lost my starter, which is pretty horrible, but other than that, I'm doing all right. Settle for a curse, even though it's risky. I figure we've actually already got one of these, so if it does die, it's not the end of the world. And we can start chucking balls at it. Breaks out easy, that's annoying. At least he's down into the yellow now. And then I remember we've got Ultra Balls as well. And bam, we got one. So yeah, these 2 old dudes, one guy and his business partner. Funny reference. See what this guy's got for me. Amulet coin, wish we'd got that sooner, but to be fair, we needed 42. We needed 40 and we only just got 42, so couldn't have got it much sooner. I don't know why those little kids got a girlfriend and it's like a plot point. It's like good for him, I guess. But what's weird when they have those small children in these games is your characters are canonically 10, at least at the beginning, and it's like, how small are these other small children? It's like 7. I mean, they're like way shorter. They're like 5. It's like, why are they out on their own then? And why do they have a girlfriend? Weird.